In this video, I want to share with you some thoughts on self-discipline and how self-discipline can be the clear differentiation factor between you just being just another person, just a mediocre person doing the regular things, and you creating like a massive impact in the world with the talents and abilities that you have.
Give it up for Siddharth Rajshekar!
So self-discipline, it roots from having a very clear vision. And this is what I learned from my mentor who actually shared this in a recent mastermind that I was learning from. When you have a clear vision of what you really want to achieve in this life, and the vision does not have to be just self-centered, it can be a bigger vision that is beyond you. When you have a clear vision of where you want to go, then automatically you get into the aspect of eliminating those things that are going to distract you from moving towards that vision. And I think I shared that in the previous video, that when you know the destination where you want to go, you'll automatically know which are the roads which don't take you there, and it makes your life so much more simpler. So in other words, when you have a clear vision for yourself, it actually makes your path to your goal or the destination so much more smooth without resistances. Because resistances only come when you have an unclear vision, when you're very foggy about your entire positioning in the marketplace. Okay, so there's a beautiful line I want to read, which I learned from my mentor, where he says that self-discipline is a self-imposed standard for the sake of a higher goal. I'll repeat that. Self-discipline is a self-imposed standard that you set for yourself for achieving a much higher goal in your life. And the standard can be whatever you set for yourself, and you know what is the standard that you want. Okay, and the higher the standard, that's up to you to decide to what level that you want to go. Okay, so for example, me recording these videos is one of those self-imposed standards that I have decided to take on myself so that I can truly add value to my community in wherever you're watching this, whether on YouTube, Facebook, on any other platform, on a continual basis, so that these few minutes that we are going to be spending with each other can inspire you to move towards your goal on a much faster pace. Okay, so that's a self-imposed standard that I'm doing. And besides that, a self-imposed standard will actually help you. It'll impact all other areas of your life. It is not just business. It'll impact your relationships. It'll impact your health. It'll impact the way that you manage your money. And I tell you, discipline is such an important thing that nature has its ways of disciplining us. So for example, in case you are not disciplined with money, a situation in your life will arise where money will discipline you. Maybe you'll go broke. And I'll tell you, I was not very good with money for a very, very long time. And money disciplined me by putting me in situations where I was broke, where I did not have the cash flow. There was more month than there was money in my bank account. It was not a very good situation to be in. Why? Because I was not self-disciplined with money. Why? Because I did not have a clear vision of where I wanted to go at that point of time. Second area is, people will discipline you if you are not disciplined with people. Relationships. Now, if you're having a hard time with people, relationships, you're not able to get along with a lot of people, it only means that they are there to discipline you in some area or some pattern that's always coming up again and again in your life. Think about it. If you're burning the bridges and if you're really having bad relationships with people around you, and if you see that pattern coming again and again and again, it only means that you have to work on that self-discipline on yourself to improve relationships. And look at what is that pattern. Maybe the pattern that's coming for you, or the message that's coming for you, is that you need to let go sometimes, or you need to be okay with people, or you need to be forgiving. Okay, forgiving. Maybe that could be one of those messages. Or it could just be a plain simple that be more focused. Why are you attracting those crap magnets in your life? You got to shift your frequency of thought if you want to move to the next orbit. Like, you're currently in a particular orbit in your life, and if you have to move up to the next orbit, you have to work on yourself. So you cannot blame others for your current situation. You only can work on yourself. You cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. So that's the second area, relationships, how people can discipline you. The third area is health can discipline you. And this is a big one. A lot of people, they take care of their health only at a point where their health is going down. Only when the reports come saying that, you're having the early stages of diabetes. Okay, now what's happening at that point? Now you get alerted, and then now health is disciplining you to be more disciplined. Rather than bringing it to that situation, why not be self-disciplined? So if you're self-disciplined, then the other external factors will not discipline you. Again, this is a very powerful principle here. Again, I learned this from my mentor, and I'm sharing this based on my own view of my own life. And I'll tell you, for a long time, in 2015, I was working really hard, working late into nights, not taking care of my health. And one night, I went through a panic attack and I could not sleep for 2 weeks. I was in a state of insomnia, and it affected all aspects of my life. I was in this anxiety. Why? Because I was not taking care of my own health. I was not self-disciplined on my own health. It took me a good 2 to 3 months to recover from that anxiety attack. And that anxiety attack was because of multiple factors of overworking, not eating on time, not really taking care of my body. And health is wealth. Okay, we've heard this many times. So if you're not taking care of your health, then health will discipline you in some way or form. Number 4 is relationships. Okay, I think I already covered relationships. People discipline you. Health, wealth, relationships. The fourth area is definitely your career. Okay, career. Many people are not able to choose their right careers because they are not sure about what career they really want. Okay, they get into a job just because they want to make more money. They don't get into a job because they want to fulfill a higher purpose. I mean, it's not wrong to be in a job. Many people portray that, that employee means being a slave and entrepreneur means being freedom. Actually, if you're not cut out for entrepreneurship, it can do more harm to you than employment. Sometimes employment is better for some people. Okay, but having said that, choosing a career which is fulfilling you as a person. Sometimes it's okay to be an entrepreneur, having the entrepreneurial mindset inside an organization. It's good. Okay, and sometimes entrepreneurship requires a different thought process. And even if you're choosing entrepreneurship, like in my case, I teach people to become digital coaches, digital leaders. Getting clear on their niche and positioning, and some of those things are very, very important, because if you're not self-disciplined about getting clear on where you want to go in your career based on your vision, then the careers will discipline you. We have people who jump from one job to the other, job to job, and still not finding fulfillment. What are those patterns that have actually affected you? We have some people who have been jumping from one business opportunity to the other with the same patterns. Think about what are those patterns. What do you need to self-discipline in yourself? We have entrepreneurs who have opened and shut down companies, company after company, and they call themselves proudly serial entrepreneurs. But what is a deeper pattern? They were not clear about their vision. They were not clear about the direction in which they wanted to go. They were making poor business decisions and poor career decisions because they were not sure about where they really wanted to go. And they were not clear about the values and principles on which they wanted to build their business. So this video, I hope this has impacted you. Self-discipline is the number one factor for exponential growth. And self-discipline roots from having a very clear vision. And what is that vision is something you have to work on yourself. When you work more on yourself, you'll begin to realize that there's a vision. And if you don't self-discipline yourself, the external factors will discipline you. It's just a question of in which area do you want to get disciplined. Okay, it seems like a very constrained thing, but the beauty about self-discipline, what I've observed on a personal level, is when I'm more self-disciplined, it gives me more freedom. Many people think that self-discipline, the opposite of self-discipline is like being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. That concept is good, but actually self-discipline sets you free. And if you want to live a complete ad hoc life, that will actually make you work much more, and you will actually lose your freedom. It's a very counterintuitive concept. I want you to think about on a more deeper level. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this video till here. Please share your comments below if you have found this video useful, if you've got some learning from this. I'm actually on a mission to transform the entire education and employment system in this world. And I've created a community called the Internet Lifestyle Hub, and you can see my logo over here. Yeah, we have over 7,000 members right now, and I'm truly on a mission to create the next breed of digital leaders. And if you happen to resonate with this concept, I want you to go and check out my formula on this link. It's just sids.co/formula. It's a 45-minute onboarding tutorial. Go and watch that And I would love to have you in my community, and I would love to serve you more on this journey of building a super profitable business on the internet, where you leverage your knowledge, skills, and abilities to inspire and impact people, and in turn we change the entire fabric of society itself. Because you're stepping into a new world, and I want to equip you with the knowledge, with the skill sets, with the mindset to be able to be a digital leader that can create an impact. Thank you so much. Cheers, God bless, and keep watching out for my next video. Bye-bye.